her for 9 months just to get child
Well,
support.
I it's still relating to abortion though, but
So the
no.
father should still pay child support in that situation. Yes or
It's
no?
it should be the person's responsibility. Like if you're if the person already said that it doesn't want the child, I don't really think like you should be forced to pay child support. Although in that case, most people will say they don't want the child, and looking at the start, I'll say they should look at the status of the mother or the mother of the child. Can she take care of the child alone without anybody supporting her? If she
Okay.
can, then maybe the father should be excused. But if she can't, I think it's necessary.
So
Or like,
basically, yes, what you're saying is that if a man sleeps with a woman and he impregnates her,
yeah,
you're basically putting the fault on the man by allowing that.
No, I think you should allow it go.
No, by allowing that. Oh no, okay, sorry.
Yeah, you should allow it
Actually,
go.
okay, you give me
Like
your
keep
opinion.
write his
Let me
points
ask.
down. Write his points down.
Okay, another question.
Yeah.
Another no.
No,
Like we're
I don't
already.
think. Have I spoken though? Have you
Yeah,
spoken
we've
to?
already. I've spoken. You've spoken. This guy has spoken. He went around already.
Oh, did
He
he? I
said
really spoke. Oh,
You and
okay.
also said. You and also said. Actually, no.
No,
Was it the
this is a
abortion
new
one?
topic now. It didn't
Oh yeah,
come. It
this is
didn't
a
come
new
to
one.
us.
Sorry. What do you
Yeah.
guys think?
So,
What do you guys
me
think?
personally, from all you've described, it's clear that there should be balance. Like life should be balanced in all cases. Like if she, they brought. I want to live like modern people, right? You brought in the case of she can decide. Is her body her choice? She can keep the child. Your body, your choice. But can your pocket carry it? I don't know. My pocket doesn't want to carry it though. So if I say I'm leaving the scene, I don't want. I should be allowed to say I do not want because I told you. First off, I told you like don't keep this child because I probably know you cannot take care of the child alone. It's probably going to be me that's going to pay the bills and stuff like that. And you decide not to. So whoever is going to pay those bills, only God knows. But I will dip the sin, man. If I need to dip the sin, I'll dip the sin. So it should be men should be allowed to also eject from that place because that's some nonsense,
Okay.
man. That's some
What do you
nonsense.
think? No. So what do you think?
Nonso spoke now, Abi. Oh,
I think
Okay. No.
wait, Nonso, did
was
you
this the
speak?
same topic?
Oh, it
No.
wasn't.
No.
Speak.
No. So topic was that was on abortion being legal, and he said it
Okay,
should
my
not
bad,
be
my
legal.
bad. Like it's the confusion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then, yeah, I think that the guy, if you're going by those, like, again, principles of like freedom to do whatever you want with your resources and all that, then yeah, I mean, if the woman doesn't have the financial resources to take care of my child or the child, why is that my problem? In the same
Okay.
way that they would say that, I don't know, if the father wants to keep a child, why is that the woman's problem? Like, she should be able to make her choice, and we should be able to make our choice too.
Okay. Let me give you this argument. I'm going to. I agree with three of you, but I want to give you the common arguments
No,
for
say
this.
your
For
no.
this.
Say first. Say your.
Okay. As I said, I agree. A man should yes be allowed to excuse himself of the situation if he has already made himself. If he has already told, say for instance, before I have sex with someone, I tell them, oh, I don't want to father
Yeah.
this. If I don't want to, if I say that before, then I should be able to excuse myself, right? Irrespective of the fact whether I make you pregnant or not. As far as I've told you and I've made you aware, it is up to you to know whether you want to sleep with me or not. Now, I want to give you. So I agree with three of you, right? In terms of men should be allowed to excuse themselves. My point now, the common argument against this is that one is in one situation the baby is not fully formed, although like there's conception. So in the moment of conception, the egg and the sperm have met, and the baby is officially 0 days old. But the
Mhm.
common argument is in one, the baby is 0 days old. In the other one, the baby
Yeah.
is, say for instance, the baby is born. Therefore, there are two different scenarios because one is real and one is not as real. So that's why the father should be able to pay child support. What do you guys think say to the argument?
I'll go
Ah,
first. I feel that
okay.
that doesn't change anything. That doesn't because we're still
So
talking
if the
based on
baby is real
we're still
life,
talking
you should.
based on should the father. Okay, wait.
What I'm saying is the baby is born. The baby is real life
Whether
now.
the
So that
baby,
means
but before the baby is born, the father
you
would
already said
know.
it.
The
Yeah, he
father
already.
will
Yeah,
have that discussion with the woman if he wants the child or not, right? Especially
Mhm.
if the girl wants the guy involved. Except she doesn't want the guy involved, then that's her own problem. It doesn't change anything in that situation. It's still the same answer for me, man. It doesn't really change anything in that situation because
Okay. Do you guys
what
agree? Yeah, do you guys agree? Like Eric and
Eric, what do you think? So what do you think?
Uh, Okay, so I think the argument doesn't really make any sense because even if you're to take that the baby isn't fully formed, um, just because you have an incomplete person doesn't mean they get incomplete human rights, allegedly. Because the thing is, like, if you're going to go by that logic, then why don't we give disabled people incomplete human rights? If I don't have one arm, then I'm less of a person. If I'm mentally retarded, why should I not just be like killed like they did in Nazi Germany? Like, why shouldn't we do that? That's the thing. Like, people just say these things out of emotion, but in truth, like, once you have conception, you have a human being. Whether a human being is capable to have certain functions doesn't reduce their status as a human being. Because if we were to do that, then we're to say, like, for example, people who have less desirable traits, maybe if you're ugly in a society, then you should have less rights. And I don't think those people would agree with that. So,
True.
Nah,
true,
that
true.
ugly one, I took it
What's
personally.
your point,
That's
Eric?
fine. That's fine. That's fine.
I agree with this guy, Nonso on that one. I agree with
Okay.
Nonso on that.
So we're all obviously we're all in agreement. So I have another question now. So if a woman gets pregnant, is the woman 100% responsible?
If the woman gets pregnant, um, if the woman gets pregnant, yeah, she. See, let me tell you something about.
Yes or no?
Look,
Just like at the end,
so
I mean,
what
answer
do
the
you mean by
question.
I don't.
responsible? Like, do you mean
So is it
responsible
her
for
fault for? Is it
pregnancy?
like so? For instance, if a woman gets pregnant, is it her fault for having a child?
Ah,
It's
Like,
her fault.
is it like
It's her fault.
is it her fault? Why is it her fault? Give me reasons
Look,
and
now
obviously.
we all know we're talking about
And she's
normal
not grape.
cases, not rape,
Yeah,
not
normal
grape.
cases, not grape, not
Very
grape. Yeah.
good, very good. She willingly accepted that, and if as a woman you know all the the signs before pregnancy and all that. So if
exactly.
you
Yeah.
wanted to opt out of it through whether
To
bed pills
plan
or
B or
whatever,
something like that.
you could
Yeah.
have always taken that route. So you can't tell me, oh, 9 months passed and now I have a son. Oh, I don't know. Where did this come from? You can't tell me that.
No, but I'm not talking about. I'm not
Like
talking about 9 months. Like say
a
the
child,
moment of conception. Though.
what is moment
Say
of
she just
it's the same thing. Oh, oops, where did this come from? My belly is big. That does not happen. That is not normal. She knows when the whole thing is going on.
no
And you
before
know,
her belly is big. Like once she finds out she's pregnant. Like I know what you're talking about, but
oh, okay, I see
you're
what you're saying. Like
yeah, because you're
it's
thinking
still,
at the
she's
end when
still the
I'm
one
thinking,
that opened her legs, right?
okay,
Exactly. I didn't go as far. It was like I said, it wasn't great.
wasn't great.
She
Okay.
accepted and
Yeah.
came about. And one thing I also say to that is when these men are forced to pay those bills, like those child support bills, they should pay. They should pay, and why they should not be excused, because the only problem is you should not excuse the woman from her rights or her responsibility. They should both face it because they both went into that situation
So
knowing
Uzom,
fully
now
well.
you are contradicting yourself. I'm so sorry.
But in
You are
what
saying the
situation?
man.
No,
You are
no,
saying
two
the
different contexts.
No, that's a different context. You forced me to answer your question. I gave you my answer to that question. But before that, remember,
Yeah.
I was telling you why is it a thing of responsibility. I'm pretty sure I mentioned that like everybody should have their responsibilities and take care of their responsibilities. I mentioned
But
that.
what you said just now, you said if the woman um gets pregnant and everything, then is equally the man should also pay the like you're not trying to excuse everyone of their rights.
No one should be excused. Yes. No one should
Okay,
be
so why
excused.
should the man pay if it's the woman's fault for getting pregnant?
It's not the woman's fault for getting pregnant.
Or if the
A
woman is
woman can't get
responsible.
pregnant without a man's sperm. So they
Okay.
came together to make that child. So both of them should cater for their
but you said
responsibilities.
but you said that I agree with.
Oh,
I
are
agree
you
with
saying
everything you're
100% her fault? Like only her fault?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Is 100% her fault for having a child that she did
Okay.
not want?
Okay.
A child that she did not want. That's what you asked me. And is 100% the man's fault for engaging in a what do you call it? In an activity that will keep him on. It's a very risky activity. It was 100% his decision. He chose.
But
to do that.
hold on. Now that's why I'm trying to. That's what I'm saying. I'm contradicting myself.
What?
How is it 100% his fault if you are saying it's 100% her? 100% can't go both ways.
Okay, TJ, I think all you need to do is write down this question on paper. The question,
Okay,
the
okay.
first question you asked me was whether it's the woman's fault for her pregnancy, which I
Yeah, whether
answered.
she's responsible.
It's
Yeah,
her
whether she's
fault. If it's
responsible.
not a grape case, it is her fault that she got pregnant. It is her
Alright.
because she agreed, and
Okay.
it's not a thing of. I think what you're trying to say is 50-50. It's not 50-50.
I'm not saying
It is not
50-50, I agree with
50-50
you.
in any
I'm
sense
just
because
trying to
they
understand what you're
both
saying.
came together. They both know the results. A natural case of any sexual intercourse is meant to lead to a child. if the woman is fertile, except unluckily she's not. If she's
Okay. So
fertile,
why is
a
the
child
man?
should come out.
Why is the man responsible? Why is he? You say it's 100%.
I said they are both responsible. I said
Okay.
this. The woman faces her responsibility 100%. The man faces
Okay.
his responsibility 100%. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So, and
Okay.
a responsibility for a man, right? That is, we are going by standard traditional rules. A man is meant to
Okay.
provide and cater for the family. So the man knows this. You can't tell me a man doesn't know this. Why else? The man
No, a man knows this. But what's your point? Keep going.
My
What's your
point
point?
is, you're responsible for your actions 100%. There's nobody
Okay,
else
so-
to blame.
So I'm going to give you an example now. I want to hear your answer.
Okay.
So say for instance,
Wait,
a
can you
woman,
go around, like ask the other guy.
No, it's just related to this. Like, it's really quick. Say for instance, a woman, and a man, a woman gets pregnant from one time intercourse, and the man before the woman gets pregnant, right? That one time intercourse says, look, like, they are both on different terms, right? But no one knows this because this is word of mouth.
Different
They're
terms,
both
though.
different terms. The man says, I don't want to have a child. Like, he already told her before,
Okay.
like, I don't want to have a child.
Okay.
But he's engaging in the act.
But can he control the fact that he doesn't want to have a child? The only way he can control it is by not engaging in that activity.
Okay,
So he's
so-
100% still responsible. It doesn't change anything.
Now hold
Doesn't
on,
change
hold on. But you said the woman is also 100% responsible for opening her legs, right?
Yes.
So the question I'm asking you now is, if both of them are 100% responsible, then that means basically you're saying 50-50. That's the kind of, do you guys understand what I'm saying? Nonso and Eric, do you guys
Yeah,
understand?
no.
Like, I'm thinking you're saying 50-50 from that, because you said the man is 100% responsible for incesting, and you said the woman is 100% responsible for opening her
I
legs.
see where you're going to.
So
I
who
see
is,
where you're going
if you're
to.
saying both of them are 100% responsible,
And I answered
who
the
is now,
question based on a responsibility standpoint, because that's the only sensible answer I can give to that question. Because if it's the act, sex is not, you can't have sex with yourself except the other way.
okay, so Eric,
other
you're
way.
saying you think both,
Except the other way.
Yeah,
Sex is
do
a
yoga.
50-50 activity.
Yeah.
A man, a woman.
so that means
Sex
basically
is-
now you're saying 50-50, yes or no,
Sex,
50-50.
oh my goodness. You are
Also, answer the
contradicting me.
question.
I am
I'm not
answering the
contra-
question.
What's your answer? What's your final
my
answer?
answer is the same
Yeah,
thing I
final
said.
answer.
No
50-50.
response. It's not. You're trying to put words in my mouth.
No, but you said 50-50
Responsibility.
just now, bro.
100% responsibility. Sex is
For
a
who?
50-50 for both of them. Both of them.
Okay, 100% for both of them. Okay. So that means-
Everyone should be 100% responsible for their actions. I don't see why you should, try to blame it
But
on
you-
something else.
This is my question. I'm not blaming. I don't think you're listening. My question is, if a woman gets pregnant, this is the question I asked at the start. If a woman gets pregnant, is the man 100% responsible, or is the woman 100% responsible? And your answer is
Then it's a
both of them.
you see that's not the question you asked. That's not the question you asked. You just
Okay,
changed
so-
the question, right?
So you're saying it's 50-50 now.
In that situation, it's a 50-50 situation.
Okay. Next,
But
no,
the,
so can you go?
first question, why did you change the question? Like what?
Hold on, that's the question I asked. If a woman gets pregnant, who is responsible for the
No,
pregnancy?
you said is a woman 100% responsible for her pregnancy. That was your question.
Yes.
She's
Yes, so what's your
responsible for her
answer?
pregnancy. She's 100% responsible for her pregnancy. Yes.
Okay, so the woman is 100% responsible.
100% responsible for her
Okay.
pregnancy.
Okay.
Yes, that's my answer. You're
What
trying
do you
to
guys
twist me to answer a question, a wrong question with a different answer. That's what you're trying to do.
So which question are we answering?
The question I asked is, if a woman gets pregnant, who is
That's not the
responsible for
question
the
you asked
pregnancy?
me, but carry on.
What question did I ask you? What question did
The
I ask
question
you?
you asked me was, is a woman 100% responsible for her pregnancy or not? That's the question you asked me.
And the question I'm asking now is, who is responsible?
So why did you change it? Let it go around the same circle, then you can answer the who is responsible question. Who are you saying? Who is responsible?
It's the same question if you think of it, because if I
It's
say
not the
is a woman, no, hold on. If I
not
say
the
is a
same.
woman 100% responsible for her pregnancy, you say yes or no. If I say who is responsible, you say either the woman or the man. So if you say yes in the case of the first question, that means the woman is responsible. And if you say the woman in the case of the second question, that means the woman is responsible. So that means it's the same question. It's just different ways of asking the same question.
Look.
Do you understand what I'm saying? It's the same question, my guy. The question you're saying is, if a woman gets pregnant, is the woman responsible? And then the question I asked is,
Responsible.
if a woman gets pregnant, who is responsible? So it's the same
Yeah,
question.
my answer is still the same. Responsibility is 100% in each case. They both knew the result and the outcome.
So 100% for the woman.
100% for both.
Okay. What's your answer now? So what's your answer?
I would say responsibility is shared.
Okay, so
Let's say
50-50.
yeah, I don't think you can quantify things like responsibility, but if I were to put it like that, then yeah, it would be 50-50. But then the
Okay.
responsibility needs to be expressed in different ways. So you don't have the same job towards your child as your wife does. Obviously, you
Which
have
is
different roles.
okay. I'll be quiet. Finish your
Okay.
question.
So you don't
Which
have
is
the
my
same job.
point. If you don't have the same, that means you have yours, he has his. So you 100% do yours, he 100% does his, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
Exactly.
so
yeah.
can I like I've heard both of you, so 50-50 and 100%. But initially you guys are the ones that said the reason I asked this question is because the question I asked before, you guys said as far as she opens her legs, she's
Mm.
responsible for like as far as it's not
The
great,
consequences of her
she's
actions, yes.
responsible. Then I now asked this question and then you guys now said
I've been saying 100%.
50-50
I
and
didn't say 50-50.
100%.
I didn't say 50-50 until when you said something about is sex. Sex is not a one-sided thing. Sex is two people come together.
I never said it's like
Yeah,
it's only
but
acquired.
that's the only situation I said something about 50-50. But responsibility to me is a 100% thing because everybody knows what their responsibility is. And if are you now telling me that I should not do
But the
some of my
question is
responsibility?
she responsible for getting? I said, if a woman, the premise was if she is
She
pregnant,
is
who is
responsible.
responsible?
You can't tell me who is responsible for the fact that some psychologist made vape that tastes like ice. What did they call it? Strawberry ice. I like the flavor, but because it causes cancer, which is of course obvious. You're smoking this stuff. You're getting some benefits, and but inside your internal systems are getting destroyed.
So in that
And
situation,
you're
who
trying
is
to tell me in that
responsible?
situation who is responsible for the fact that I bought this with my money, put it in my mouth, smoked it. Friends were telling me stop smoking this thing. My system will pay for this. I decided
In that
not to.
situation, no, in that I'm asking you in that
In that
situation, who
situation,
is
you are 100% responsible for the fact that thing you bought destroyed you. You
well,
are.
you're 100% responsible because you know of the repercussions, right? That's why you're 100% responsible.
So you're trying
What
to say
if
the woman doesn't
no,
know the
no,
repercussions? What you're saying?
I'm not trying to say that. I'm saying you're 100% responsible because you know the repercussions.
You
True,
always
right?
know the repercussions.
But say you don't like the woman knows the repercussions in this case, so that means you're saying she's responsible based on your analogy because your
She's
analogy is saying that
responsible for getting pregnant.
exactly. Simple, okay, simple. End discussion ended. That's my question.
The
Who is
man is
responsible for
also
getting?
responsible.
No, hold on. My question is who is responsible for getting pregnant? And you said the woman is responsible for getting pregnant. End of conversation.
That was not the
That's,
question you asked
I
me.
said
I'm
if a
answering
woman gets
again.
pregnant, who is responsible for her pregnancy? And you said 100%,
I'm going to
100%.
write down these two
It's
questions.
so simple, man. Like I don't know what we're
No,
arguing.
you're twisting the questions.